What's up, guys? It's your boy Shade here, and I finally figured out the DPS meta for the Division 2. Look at this crit damage. I mean, it's crazy. I'm critting for over 1,000,000 damage here in this clip, and my teammate is using the Scorpio, but over 2,000,000 damage a crit sometimes. It's insane. And look at my damage. It's going so fast that it's not even on the screen half the time because I'm shooting so many bullets so fast, and I'm hitting so hard. This gameplay is from a tier 5 escalation run that I did this morning. We ended up getting rogues in tier 5 escalation, which we did manage to take down. That was pretty cool. So shout out to my teammate. So here's the build. Basically, I'm rocking a military MK46. I did craft it. This is the replica version. You can get the blueprint for it, and you can craft the MK46, or you can go farm it in retaliation or countdown with your target loot set to LMG. And I managed to roll max crit chance on it when I prototyped it, so that's pretty cool. I have crit chance on mine, basically, and I have frenzy on it. You don't need to have this prototyped in order for this build to be effective. It's just more effective if it is, right? And then on top of that, I'm rocking the agitator for my secondary. I think this is a great secondary for this build because the agitator has a talent on it. The exotic talent says, while this weapon is holstered, generate 50% less threat when shooting. So you're going to get targeted by the enemies less often if you have the agitator equipped as your secondary weapon, right? And that puts more heat on your teammates, but hey, you know what I'm saying? It is what it is. GG's, right? Like, anyway, the rest of the build is 4-piece striker with the equalizer, okay? Equalizer chest piece and the contractor's gloves for the LMG damage. It's Petrov defense group, right? You get LMG damage and damage to armor. Now, I did roll crit damage on everything, crit chance or crit damage on all my pieces. And let's take a look at my stats. Now I have 53% crit chance and 141% crit damage, right? That's very important to have as much crit chance and damage as you possibly can in the build. Now for my skills, I'm rocking the decoy. That's very, very good for escalation. And then I have the reviver hive, obviously, right? You want to have a reviver hive. Pistol is just a quick step. The weapon attachments on my MK, I've gone for crit chance on the scope. I have crit chance and crit damage on the muzzle and the grip. And then for the magazine, I've gone with the large pouch for 50 extra rounds in the magazine because the MK46 only has 100, right? But I think the MK46 with 150 bullets is a better option than the GR9 with 250 bullets because you can't really shoot all 250 bullets from the GR9 in one frenzy proc. Whereas with the MK46, you can spill your entire magazine with one frenzy proc. So you're not sitting there wasting damage that's not actually buffed by frenzy because your magazine is too large like it is with the GR9, right? So that's one change I've made to this build. And we're not rocking the Overdogs exotic gloves. I don't even have them on me. They're in my stash. And I believe that the contractor's gloves is a better option because not only can you prototype it, which you cannot prototype the Overdogs at this current moment in the game. You can't prototype exotics at all yet. Not sure if that's coming in the future, but I say yet because it could be, right? We don't know. I think that a high-end contractor's gloves is a better option than the Overdogs, specifically because if you're rocking the Overdogs and then there's, say, a Chungus in the room and a red health guy, or, you know, a purple health guy walking around somewhere, then you're not getting any damage buff to that Chungus while the purple or red health guy is walking around, right? And you're shooting the Chungus and your Overdogs aren't doing anything for you, and it's a waste of a slot in that moment. Specifically in that moment, it's situationally good, Overdogs, right? But it's also situationally bad because it could have absolutely no effect on your damage at certain times when you need it to, right? So that's why I don't rock the Overdogs anymore. And then I want to say, a lot of people have been asking about tipping scales builds, right? In my comment section. I will say tipping scales is good, but striker just hits harder, okay? I want to say tipping scales is good, but striker just hits harder. I don't rock tipping scales, sorry. You're not going to beat striker with max stacks and the equalizer chest piece on damage with a tipping scales build. It's just not going to happen, okay? And you're going to have stacks up in Escalation easily, especially on tier 5 plus, because the enemies are super tanky. You're going to have your stacks from Striker Trust. So there's no point in rocking tipping scales when you can get more damage out of Striker. I know people might be sick of running Striker, but I'm not, because it's simply just the best option, period. Okay. Now that we got that out of the way, that's basically it.